Good morning, High Tides! It's been hectic at Beach High, but we will survive. Hey, this week has turned to May 1st, also known as May Day. Let's hear what May is all about.
May Day is an ancient spring festival that is held on May 1st of every year. The holiday is celebrated in many different cultures around the world, with the celebrations usually including singing, dancing, and cake. In the late 19th century, the holiday was adopted as the holiday for International Workers' Day by the Communist Party. The earliest recording of May Day celebrations was the Floralia festival for Flora, the Roman goddess of flowers, held during the era of the Roman Republic. The celebrations first started on continental Europe and soon spread to the Americas. The first example of May Day in Europe was in Great Britain, where the Anglo-Saxons celebrated the holiday. The holiday was also used to commemorate the Haymarket Affair that took place in Chicago. Even though there are many nations that celebrate May Day, many of them have different ways to celebrate it.
Don't forget, it's also Cinco de Mayo, another day to celebrate. Speaking of celebrating, I think the guitar and rock ensemble has also been celebrating.
We went to Orlando with a bunch of guys, rock ensemble people and guitar. Oh, that's right. We just won everything. I'm talking about superior rock ensemble, superior guitar ensemble, grand champion. I mean, I don't know if we have enough wall to put this on. We already have crazy amounts of awards, but we got some more. So basically we went to Orlando, Universal, Islands of Adventure, had a great time, made the judges rethink their lives and what they're doing because we're so awesome, and stayed at the Hard Rock. It was, how they say nowadays, lit. And we had fast passes to all the rides, and my favorite ride was Kong, or Skull Island. The new one was fantastic. Please go to Universal just for that ride. It would be worth it.
We went to Universal, and then Saturday we went to the competition, and it was really good. We actually won.
They really enjoyed our playing, surprisingly. And they really enjoyed this piece made by Ivan Ravensky called Grab It.
Well, me and Rock Ensemble, we went on a trip to Universal on a competition to go get Superior.
So this weekend, Rock Ensemble went on their end-of-year trip to Orlando Fest, which included, but was not limited to, staying at the Hard Rock Hotel for 3 days, going to Universal and Islands of Adventure with fast passes, and going to the Orlando Fest competition, which was a national thing, which some of us didn't really know until we got there, and we saw all the kids from Missouri and Virginia. We were all pretty, nerve-wracked, but we placed first in a national competition with a superior rating, and the guitar ensemble actually got Grand Superior, which is amazing. That means best of all of them.
So this weekend, the Miami Beach Senior High Rock Ensemble and Guitar Trio and Group went up to compete in the Orlando Fest competition up in Orlando, and we also got to hang out at some parks and stayed at the Hard Rock Hotel, so it was a cool package deal.
We played Spanish Chant Number 5 and El Vito, which are both, have that Spanish little thing to them.
This love, we did, I think the same. Blue Faces, yes.
Got Hold on Me and American Way.
So, I was in rock ensemble from my freshman year to my senior year, and usually freshmen don't find their way in. I was actually the runner-up for the position, where at the time we had Mr. Burris as the teacher for the course for the after-school program, and he called me into his room and he said hey, our bass player just, he had to leave because of this or that, do you want to play bass? And that's how I ended up in rock ensemble. He said that I was better than the other bass player, but that he couldn't let me because I was a freshman. But yeah, so I was in
which is far above superior. Superior is 85 to 100, so there's no way we were going to get superior with that, with those kind of scores. And also one of the judges pulled me aside. Personally, I don't know what they did with the rock ensemble, but they pulled me aside and said, "Hey, your guitar ensemble sounds almost like a college level. It's a level of musicality and
performance and everything, just to give us feedback on what we did good, maybe anything we did wrong, which we didn't because we're awesome. But yeah, we had one of the judges come on stage, and it was really nice because he was just like saying, this was great, this was great, this was great, this was great. Like, there wasn't a lot for him to like sit down and be like, oh, you could have tweaked this, fixed that, this or that, you know. There was like a couple things that obviously, you know, we need, you know, tweakage or things we can improve on, because there's always room for improvement in the musical world and setting.
So one of the cool and nostalgic things, emotional things that happened this weekend, besides like, you know, I mean, come on, this is bigger than me, is that Rock Ensemble hasn't received Superior, which is the highest, since Mr. Burris was here, which you all know the story. So that's an emotional thing. I mean, we're back on top of our game. So let's just keep getting them. I don't know what to tell you. I like these. I want more. I like just to stack them on top of each other.
The competition was it was very exciting because, you know, like, we've been practicing it for like a while. So like, just like coming there and like that moment and like just going out there and like singing and playing, and like, it was great.
The judges didn't even know what negative stuff to say.
I'm very proud of them. You know, I ride them hard and stuff like that, but you know, it definitely pays off, as you can tell. And you know, I feel like you just kind of like push them as hard as you can, and even if they, you know, sometimes we've had hard times. Some people have been in some trouble of getting kicked out, or because of, you know, this or that. But in the end, you just pull together and you get the results, which is really what it's all about.
What about the music?
Okay, it's all about the music.
All right.
Make sure you come to the Rock Ensemble concert, May 11th at 7.
Yeah.
Congrats to all of them, and hope you guys can make the show next week. Beach High has had lots and many to do this past week. With tests, exams, performances, it's been really stressful. So, of course, Beach High has had its very own stress day relief, thanks to the Psychology Club.
Well, the Psychology Club is hosting a stress-free event, and basically this event is for students to come and enjoy themselves, take part in a variety of activities so that they can relieve some of the stress and frustration and have a little bit of fun before exams start in full swing next week. Many of my students are very overwhelmed. They take a lot of heavy course loads, and I see that when they don't have an outlet to release some of that frustration, that they self-destruct. And it really inspired me to have the Psychology Club do something not only for students like mine, but students in other classes that feel the same way. 30 minutes during lunch just to have a little bit of fun and smile again and not feel so stressed out would be a great difference in their lives. Well, I'm really excited about this. So we're having yoga on the lawn with a certified yoga instructor. We're having coloring pages. We're having water beads activity, which is sensory, where you can relax your fingers and your body. We're having a bubble wrap wall where you can pop the bubbles, and you know, once you pop one bubble you can't stop, so that's the best part. Also, we're having an informational table on the psychology club so students can join and get to know more about what we're doing. Best Buddies is going to be there. They're going to be doing friendship bracelets. We have ecology club coming out doing planting activities and painting the plant pots. Pan is going to be there painting canvases. Art club is coming. They're also going to be doing the sidewalk chalk. Fusion is performing. I mean, who doesn't like that, right? And then we also have FCCLA. They're gonna help with therapeutic activities. Amnesty International, believe it or not, they're giving away free review books for people who don't have access to those. Some of us may think, oh, it's too late getting a review book, but it's never too late to get a review book. I really want to help students know that there are things beyond just the classroom, that having fun is something that they need to integrate in their life. And I also wanted Psychology Club to collaborate with as many clubs as possible, just because psych is life. And each club has a special quality that they can contribute to society. And if we can continue to work together, Beach High is going to just be a happier place.
Go.
It was a great day. Again, thank you to the Psychology Club. Hi Tides! Next week is the yearly film festival. Come and watch a bunch of amazing films made by students at your school and even get to walk the red carpet. But get some relief with some great performances at school. Hi Tides, have a great weekend and get some rest.